It was a cold, quiet night. The train station was almost empty. A young girl stood near the last bench, holding a small suitcase. Her eyes were filled with tears, but she didn't cry. She just kept looking at the letter in her hand, again and again, as if reading it would give her the strength she needed. Her name was Anya. She was only 19. People who knew her said she was smart, kind, and always smiling. But tonight, her smile was lost. Something had changed. Anya's phone buzzed. A message appeared. "I'm waiting. Are you sure?" She didn't reply. Instead, she looked up at the dark sky, took a deep breath, and stepped forward. No one knew where she was going. No one even knew she had left. Her parents were asleep at home, believing their daughter was safe in bed. But Anya had made a decision that would change her life forever. Why did she leave her home? Who was she meeting at this hour? What was in that letter? This is the story of a girl who gave up everything for love. And it all began on this one silent night. Anya was the only daughter of her parents. They loved her more than anything in the world. Her father was a teacher, and her mother stayed at home, taking care of the house and family. They had big dreams for Anya. She was a bright student, always top in her class, and wanted to become a doctor one day. But life doesn't always go as planned. 6 months ago, Anya met someone. His name was Ryan. He had just moved to her city for work. They met at the library, both reaching for the same book. That small moment turned into friendship. And slowly, that friendship became something deeper. They didn't mean to fall in love. It just happened. Ryan was kind, calm, and understood Anya in a way no one else ever had. He listened to her dreams. He respected her silence. But Ryan was different. He came from another religion, another background. Anya knew her parents would never accept him. So she kept everything a secret. Every night she would sit by her window, reading his messages and wondering if love was worth hiding. She didn't know her world was about to change very soon. Days turned into weeks, and Anya's heart felt heavier with each passing moment. She smiled in front of her parents, studied hard, and acted like everything was normal. But deep inside, a storm was growing. She wanted to tell them. So many times she stood near her mother in the kitchen, trying to find the right words. But every time, fear stopped her. What if they shouted? What if they cried? What if they stopped trusting her? Ryan, on the other hand, had no one but her. He was alone in the city, working long hours, waiting only for their short meetings and calls. He didn't ask for much, just a little time, a little love, and one promise. "When the time comes, choose me." Anya didn't know how to answer. She wanted to say yes, but she was scared of hurting her parents. She was their only child. She didn't want to break their hearts. But how long could she live two lives? One filled with family, duty, and expectations, and the other with secret love, quiet phone calls, and hope something had to change. And it would, very soon. One evening, Anya was in her room, reading an old message from Ryan. It was a voice note. He said, "I don't want to lose you, but I can't keep waiting forever." She listened to it again and again. Her heart felt tight. Tears came to her eyes. She didn't know what to do. At that very moment, her mother walked in. Anya quickly hid the phone, but it was too late. Her mother saw her red eyes, her shaking hands, and the pain she was trying to hide. "What's wrong, Anya?" she asked softly. Anya stayed silent. But silence has its own voice. Her mother sat beside her, held her hand, and said, "Please tell me." "I'm your mother." And just like that, Anya broke down. She told her everything about Rayan, about the love, about the fear. She spoke for the first time with honesty, and her mother listened with tears in her own eyes. But when her father found out later that night, the reaction was different. He was shocked, angry, broken. "You have shamed us," he said. "This is not love. This is disobedience." And just like that, Anya's world began to fall apart. The house was silent for days. No one spoke much. Anya stayed in her room, her father avoided eye contact, and her mother cried when no one was watching. Anya felt like a stranger in her own home. Her heart ached, not just for Rayan, but for the distance now growing between her and her parents. She had never seen her father this cold, this quiet. One night, he finally spoke. "You have two options," he said, his voice low but sharp. "You forget this boy and stay with your family, or you walk away from this house forever." The words hit her like a stone. Her mother begged her to think again. "We gave you everything," she said, holding Anya's hand. "Don't throw your life away for a mistake." But to Anya, Rayan was not a mistake. He was her choice, her love, her truth. That night, she sat at her desk, wrote a letter with trembling hands, packed one small bag, and left while the world was asleep. She didn't know where life would take her. She only knew one thing. She was choosing love, even if it meant losing everything else. Anya stepped into the dark street, her suitcase in one hand and the letter in the other. The city lights felt cold. Her heart was heavy, but her feet kept moving. Rayan was waiting at the corner. When he saw her, he didn't smile. He just opened his arms, and she ran into them. For a moment, it felt like everything was okay. They moved into a small rented room. It wasn't much, just one bed, 2 chairs, and a broken window. But for them, it was a new beginning. Days passed. Rayan worked harder than ever. Anya started helping at a nearby school. They cooked together, laughed sometimes, and held hands in silence. But behind her quiet smile, Anya was hurting. Every time she saw a family walking together, a daughter hugging her mother, a father holding his child's hand, her eyes filled with tears. She missed home. She missed her parents. They hadn't called, not even once. And though she had chosen love, the pain of being forgotten by the people who raised her, that pain never left. 2 years had passed. Anya now worked full-time as a teacher. Rayan had started his own small business. Life was not easy, but they managed. They had love, and they had each other. But some nights when the world was quiet, Anya would sit by the window, holding her phone, hoping, just once, her parents' number would appear on the screen. It never did. She had written them letters. She had sent messages, but no reply ever came. Rayan tried to keep her happy. He made tea when she felt low, brought home flowers on random days, and reminded her of the strength it took to choose love. One evening, she found an old photo of her family. She touched the faces gently and whispered, "I'm still your daughter. I still miss you." Anya had found love, yes, but she had lost something too. A part of herself that still longed for a father's hug and a mother's warm hands. Was it worth it? She didn't know. But she had made her choice, and she carried both love and pain, quietly, bravely, beautifully.